They told us that CAMHS needs some real support in reducing its waiting lists so that young people don't have to wait until they go into crisis before they can get some support. They told us to improve the way pharmacies manage prescriptions and medication to families, as it causes a lot of stress for our young carers.
The positive things that came out of the consultation we did with SEND families was the care that was given by school nurses in SEND provisions. There was a real divide when we talked about school nurses. The children and young people with SEND in mainstream schools, all but a couple of the families couldn't name the school nurse or how they could be contacted or what they even looked like. But the children and young people that were in SEND provisions like Runworth, Firwood, Greenfold, Ladywood had a really good relationship with the school nurse, and it seemed that they were a key part of the healthcare for not only for the children but for the family, and there'd been some really good relationships built up.
Well, I had this experience with bullying and like really bad mental health, and some of my friends weren't around at that time because I don't like speaking a lot. And I went to my school nurse, and my school nurse was really kind and she understood everything. And then at the end, she didn't just agree with me, she gave me solutions how to cope with it and like basically how to open up more.
I think it's really important for young people to be aware of the different types of ways that they can get help and ways that they can reach out to others. It's important that we make it accessible for all young people, and it's important to notice how each young person is in a different scenario, and to specifically place highlight on confidentiality and making sure that the situation they're in when they do receive help is not threatened or is not increased or heightened.
Young people with SEND have a voice. Their voice needs to be recognised, and what we need to do is have a cultural shift that voice is not just spoken.
The main findings was that whilst there was and there is a lot of support out there for children and young people in Bolton, we found that a lot of the young people just didn't know that all these services and support was available to them. So the main finding was that it's really getting the message out there that these services and these support is around for you, but we just have to really promote it out.
We talked a lot about using modern day technology and modern day kind of social media platforms to do that. Specifically Spotify and YouTube, just like adverts on there that would come up while they're listening to music. So it's kind of blanketed to everyone, so everyone's able to know about the service, and those who need it can then reach out.
Everyone on delivery is super helpful. They made sure the pregnancy and the labour ran smoothly as well as it could, and obviously they made sure Demi was comfortable, happy. Made sure that she knew all the procedures that she was going through. Obviously with epidurals and stuff like that you need for this. He put her mind at ease, he was very helpful.
In full lockdown we had no baby weighing, so obviously as a first time mum you don't know how to feed, or if your baby looks any different, or if you're doing anything wrong, or if you're weaning wrong. So my baby was losing a lot of weight, which obviously when you're with the baby all the time, you don't actually see any weight loss, you don't see a major change. All I thought it was just teething, and he's just been very cranky and because of the teething. But when my mum came around after, when obviously we were allowed to have bubbles and we had family around, they were like, he's lost a lot of weight, you know, you might need to take him to the health visitor or the baby weighing and try and find out, obviously there could be something wrong. So because of that I realised that because I was breastfeeding him and I was getting enough milk by 7 months.
We've talked loads about mental health services, how kind of taboo subjects, so sexual health, mental health, and again just young people understanding that they are just as important as every other group that accesses health services.